Hey, true believers. Chris Mack coming at you with Batman number 99. And I gotta say, I don't like to talk negative, but I'm so glad, so glad that Tom King's run did not make it to 100 issues, because if you guys started reading the series after the Batman Catwoman wedding, it just really felt like it went downhill. But now that James Tynion IV has taken over, yeah, there are a few parts that feel a little tropey, but this goes back to what Batman is. He's a human, has flaws. The world's greatest detective, but can have blind spots. Can plan for everything, but still there's always those one little contingencies when you're dealing with a wild card like the Joker. And this series has shown that, and it has been absolutely phenomenal. And another thing that I really do have to give Tynion props for is introducing characters and making them last and really enjoying them. So for example, Tom King introduced a Gotham girl and her brother, and she seemed like a real interesting character, and then she got deconstructed and now she's gone. There was a love interest with her and Duke that was building up, didn't go anywhere. But here we're being introduced to Clown Killer, Punchline, and they're actually having an effect in this universe. So anyway, with that said, the reason I'm laughing is because I like how, the Joker sees his new ride, and this kind of reminds me of when Suicide Squad came out and the soundtrack was released and that song Purple Lamborghini. When I was reading that, I just could not get that out of my head. It's a real catchy song. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to look it up. But anyway, with that said, so Joker's growing through his town now, and you can just see the anarchy and chaos that he's wrought. And this kind of reminds me of downtown Gotham when Arthur Fleck's in the back of the cop cruiser and he's seeing the riots going on. This sort of reminded me of it. So Joker's talking to his driver, and you're just kind of thinking, okay, so we're talking. But here's what's interesting. Well, before we get into what's interesting, let's talk about who made the book first so we can appreciate it further. So as I said, this is Joker War Part 5. James Tynion IV writing, Jorge Jiménez artist, Tomu Morey colors, Clayton Cowles lettering, Jorge Jiménez and Tomu Morey doing the cover. Everyone else working on the book. Batman created by Bill Finger with Bob Kane. Now Joker's sitting here and he goes, I remember the grit on the street, walking home. Not sure if you're going to be mugged by a cop or a robber. It was only different uniforms. And he goes, Batman tried to change that. Tried to root out the corruption and make people believe in something selfish and strange. A child's fantasy of justice infected the city, stripped the dark life and danger from it, made it a cartoon show. And the Bat never saw the truth. Now I like this analogy because we pull out and we see Clown Killer. He never saw Gotham's festering, rotting, hungry face, desperate to swallow you whole. And so we see him holding a dead clown here. He thinks it's his city. He bought his way into giving the city a mass delusion to make it forget what it was. And we see Clown Killer drop one of the goons. So I like that they used him as the analogy as Joker's talking. It really makes it interesting. And I mean, look at the artwork. I mean, the art team has really stepped it up since the series started. Because at the beginning it was good, but now it's like fan-flipping-tastic. This is such good work. I mean, look at the dynamicness of it. It's not boring. It pops, and you get the idea of what Gotham has become. And I like how you see the reflection, Joker's in the car, reflection of the city outside. And that's what all this is about. It's about getting the ball rolling again. It's about making it all a bit more dangerous again. So it's like, excellent writing. And it just goes back to showing the type of person the Joker is. Takes his ride, kills the driver, and then we get some exposition, which is okay. And then we see the Bat family. And it's just, he's talking about how I should have brought you in from the beginning. The only thing I did hate is Nightwing's outfit here. That is absolutely horrible, but that's neither here nor there. And I really love that Harley's part of it. I'm glad the spoiler's back. That's what I enjoyed about Detective Comics during Rebirth, is they finally brought her back. Though I do miss Orphan when she was Batgirl, because that was a good run. I mean, it's nice to see Barbara Gordon back as Batgirl, but everyone loved her as Oracle. Now anyway, I'm glad that they're kind of erasing a lot of what Tom King did. He goes, I should have brought you in from the beginning. The last year has been hard, but I think I'm finally seeing clearly for the first time in a long time. I'm sorry I haven't been better. I have to be. I will be. And so there's some plots here that I don't want to spoil. We're going to jump over that, jump over the ads. And again, it's nice to see Harley back to form the way she's supposed to be, because Batman says we're not going to kill the Joker. And she's like, why the hell is that not what's happening? That's the whole reason I came here. And then Tim's like, I think somebody needs to go back to Arkham. Nobody asked your opinion, duck boy. And that's what I mean by Harley. She'd make insults and jokes. Tynion really understands what she's supposed to be, compared to some of the reviews we've done where he's, the holy kablowy macaroni and look at the no-giddy do-giddy and no one cares. Now, again, I don't want to spoil some parts, but Batman's going to Ace Chemical because this is where everything is going to go down. No dialogue. Just gorgeous, gorgeous page. I mean, soak that in for a minute. Look at that. That is awesome. And then you think there's going to be some talking. Batman lands. He's ready to go kick some ass. And just, the artwork blew me away while I was reading this. So good. And then finally, we see a gunshot. What? Damn it, Harley. Why the hell did you think why do you think I kept saving your life, Bats? Don't you get the point? The big picture? It's time for this story to end. Now, Harley wants the Joker dead. She's seen what he has wrought in this city. You know him as well as I do. He's always going to one-up himself. And even if you don't take him down today, what's the next step from this? What kind of Gotham are you going to let him build next time? How many more punchlines do you want him to make out there? I know you can kick my ass and take my stuff if you want to. Here's the deal. Oh, I don't want to go all the way into that. If you guys want to, you can pause it there. But what I really want to read, and I agree with Harley and Tynion here. Then you stop me now. You put me down hard. You make sure I won't get back up and finish the job myself. This can't just be all the other times. This story needs to change. It needs an ending. Whew. It's true. I mean, Batman has his code. But, Jason Todd has made the point. Batman almost went over the edge during, Hush. The Joker needs to be put down. And he came absolutely close in The Killing Joke because of what he did to Barbara. And we thought that he would be put down the way Alan Moore teased him then. So I like how Tynion's starting to say that something needs to give. Something needs to change. So I really do feel like when he took over, Batman's back to form. So again, there's people saying, this is all, tropey or flash and no depth. Keep reading. The other ones kind of felt like that, but this team has really hit its stride. I mean, look at Jorge Jiménez's artwork. There's times where I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's Gulliam March, and I'm like, no, that's Jorge, and he's doing an absolutely amazing job. So this Batman run, I am loving it. I know it's finished, but I take my time with my books, so that's why I review them at my speed. So I apologize for that, but I just don't want to rush through anything and miss it. I like to try to go into these books and just enjoy the little tiny nuances because I've been a long time Batman fan. So if you've enjoyed this comic book, please first and foremost support your local comic shop and pick up a copy. And if you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that fancy little bat bell next to subscribe, That way, as we continue to upload content, you guys will get notified. And we love talking with y'all and hearing your feedback down in the comments below, or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. And with all that said, I hope you all continue to have a bat-tastic day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.